Okay, so day two, 17th of July 2025. And today I spoke about yesterday about obviously being like 20,000 in debt. Today I want to talk about part of the reason why I'm in that amount of debt. Obviously, it's a lot of money. And one of the reasons is about just over a year ago, I spent 10,000 on a mentorship program. To make matters worse, I didn't have the money to buy it, so I took out a loan. Um, I took out a loan in order to afford the mentorship program, and obviously loans of interest and stuff. And I think I got a £12,000 loan. Obviously, I put 10,000 into the mentorship. Well, it's $10,000, so about 8,000 into the mentorship, I believe. And then I sort of like used the rest to sort of like live off. Um, Originally my plan for it was because obviously I have like a lot of belief in the program. Now I'll go into that in a bit, but originally my plan was okay. So I've got 12,000. Um, I'll buy the mentorship, and as much as I probably don't want to admit, I probably was looking for some like silver, like shiny object, like something that was just gonna like solve all my issues. Um, and sort of like fix everything. So obviously, like the industry that I'm working in, like obviously traffic is definitely a huge pain point. Like if you can't get traffic, then you're just not making money. Like it is literally just like that. So yeah, so I was struggling with traffic, and that was one of the reasons why I purchased this mentorship. And like I say, even though I was told that it's not going to have some shiny object in, I was like, oh, I'm spending like 10,000, so like I'm just gonna like make the money. I'm going to use the information from that, make the money back, and obviously use the rest of the money. Remember, this was my original plan, to slowly like pay off the loan because it was like £300 per month, I believe, for like 5 years. But obviously that did not go as a plan. So what happened was my biggest creator at the time left, which is a fucking kick in the balls. And again, like, that was sort of on me. Like I went through this mentorship, and I sort of like saw this shiny object about like content creation. So we sort of like changed everything about like her content, and was like, oh, we want you doing this, this, and this. And like obviously like, the money wasn't really like reflecting it. The money she was making had dropped. So yeah. And then like she left, and I was sort of like left without a creator. Obviously, in all this debt, I was in this mentorship, and I had like some creators, and they just weren't really doing much. Um, but what I should have done in that time, um, I should have I should have been done an outreach, but I wasn't. Also, I had the 4,000, and I was like using it as sort of like a safety net, which again, big fucking fuck up. Another thing as well, which I forgot to mention, was another reason why my career left is my old laptop blew up, which was super unfortunate. I've actually got the laptop. I'll leave it. But anyway, it was an Acer laptop or something. It was a good laptop. It was expensive. It cost me about 1,500 quid. It literally lasted about 2 years. But I found out here that the electricity isn't grounded properly, so like using it on charge and stuff, and it basically just burned. It just killed the laptop on the inside, like the motherboard or something. But anyway, so basically what happened, my laptop blew up. It didn't work, and then I was under the impression. So we took it to like a laptop store, and here in Indonesia they've got like laptop stores in every corner for some reason. But they said it was the charger that had broke, and I was like hoping that was the case. But also I believe them. I was like, oh, that would make sense. Like maybe like the wire had damaged or something. So the guy was like, because of your laptop type, yada yada. Like I got fucking twisted here, but because of the laptop type, like it needs to be a special charger. But it only comes from the Asus center, and like it's like a special delivery type thing. So I was like, okay, yeah, cool, whatever. It was like, come back to me in like a few days, and we should have it. So anyway, so go back to him. He doesn't have it. He just tries a normal bog standard Type C charger. It doesn't work, and he said, "Oh, well, if you wait we'll go to the Acer Centre, and it was like they was charging me like something like 3 million rupiah, which is about $150 for it. And I said, like, that's fine, I'll just go to the Acer Centre myself. So anyway, so I'll go to the Acer Centre myself. I get the charger, and the charger was a million rupiah, so yeah, which is about $50. So obviously that guy was trying to pull me over, pull the wool over my eyes. And then I tried to charge my laptop at the Acer Centre, and it doesn't charge. And the staff said to me, like, because it's been dead for so long, like at this time it had been not used for like 7 days. Because it's been dead for so long, they said give it a few days, and then if it's not back by 3 days, I think it was, like, come back to us and then we'll have a look at it, like give it a service. And I was like, okay. So 3 days, nothing, it's still dead as a doornail. So then it's a Sunday on the third day, and they are closed, which is unfortunate. So obviously I can't take it to that time. And then on the Monday it was like a public holiday, obviously, like Bali, Indonesia, like it's Muslim and Hindu. So did I get that right? But anyway, so it was a public holiday, so it was closed for another 3 days. So it's now coming up to like 2 weeks without my laptop. And obviously in this entire time, because I was doing everything, like I didn't have a team, which again is on me. Like the creators that are just watching our earnings drop, and then sort of like what's going on, and then obviously she wasn't making content because like she wasn't making money. And obviously like it's a commission based model as well, so like if she's not making money, I'm not making money, and then like I can't do anything because I haven't got a laptop. And then eventually the Acer Centre opens, I take my laptop there, and they're like, leave it with us for 5 days and we'll let you know sort of like what's happened. So anyway, so I'll get a call from them 4 days later. They message me, say like the motherboard is like damaged, and in order to fix it, it's going to cost 18 million rupiah, which is like nearly $1,000. It's basically the price of a new laptop. And I was like, ouch. And they said even if it is repaired, there is a chance it will just go again. So I'm like, they said it could last maybe another 6 months, it could last like another year, like they don't know. So I was like, I can't spend $1,000 on a laptop that's just probably going to die in the next 10 minutes again. So I had an American Express card, and I went to the iBox store here, and I got a laptop, a MacBook, to run like info and stuff like that. And the only one that I had in store was the newest one at the time, which was the M3 chip, and that cost like 35 million rupiah, which I think is about 1.5k. So yeah, so that's the debt from the American Express card, which I think was about total after everything, because like obviously I was using it as well, but wasn't paying it off. I think it got to about £4,000, and then obviously the mentorship stuff. So yeah, so both of that happened. My creator left because obviously nothing had happened for 2 weeks, but like I said, I had no laptop for 2 weeks. But then if I'd had a team and weren't trying to do everything myself, it wouldn't have been an issue. So again, that's on me. So yeah, now I'm stuck with that mentorship thing. And then what I should have done is I should have just been smashing outreach. But I had another creator, she wasn't really doing much, but like I just knew that if she just did what was needed on Reddit, like she would have blown up on Reddit. But unfortunately we got loads of ban waves on Reddit, and then like she just wasn't creating content, so like farming accounts for her, buying accounts for her, like doing what I needed to do, but then like, she just didn't give me content. So I had like 7 pictures for like 10 Reddit accounts, so it was like another like just money wasted. Like I think I bought like 5 Reddit accounts, 8 Reddit accounts, and obviously if you're in the same industry that I'm in, like Reddit accounts like weren't cheap. You're looking at like $50 to $80, and then obviously proxies and all that setup. So yeah, so spent so much money on, I was just burning money on this creators, and obviously like I had this like mentorship program which I just thought would have like the answer to all my prayers. And like I say, what I was hoping it would give me is subconsciously, I think it was a silver bullet, just do this and you'll make 100k a month. That just didn't happen. Obviously it doesn't work like that. Also unfortunately, something I didn't touch on as well is I did actually have a business partner, but he wasn't able to put in the hours that was like needed and stuff, and he did leave. So yeah, that happened before the creator left, but yeah, business partner left, which was also super fucking unfortunate. Um, so yeah, it was definitely like a domino effect. But yeah, so what I was hoping to get out of it, say, was the answer to all my prayers. We did also make like a deal with the business partner and just saying like, look, I think every day we should like jump on this together, like go through the program together as a team, and then like sort of like come up with like what we thought about it, like what we got from it. Because obviously like, it's no good just copying and pasting, because then like you're not understanding the information. Um, and there was all like, yeah, but like I said, like no one turned up. He was unable to put in the time, and then he just messaged me one day. He was like, I'm quitting, and then left. And I was like, fuck. Because now I'm all this money in debt. Um, I've got no team, it's just me. So, yeah, I was drowning for sure. So, what state was I in when I made the decision? So, when I made the decision to buy the mentorship, I was sound of mind. Like, I remember Barclays actually ringing me and like stopping the transaction. Obviously, it was a substantial amount of money, and saying like, "Are you sure you want to do this?" And I was like, "Yes." Like, I was so like I believed that so much that I would do like great things with the mentorship, like with my business, like with like for the creators. I was so I don't know how to like, describe it, but like if someone was holding a gun to my head and told me if I don't make this mentorship work, they would shoot me dead, I would have taken that. But I was so like I don't know. I just like I just didn't listen to anyone. Like I was like, I will make this work. I will like I believed like every fibre of my being like this. I needed this mentorship, um, and yeah, like I don't know. Like, looking back, I'm like I don't know how, but I'll touch into that. Was the mentorship what I expected? Yes and no. So like, the mentorship was good. Don't get me wrong. Like I had like personal calls with like the guy and like his team and stuff. Like it's good, but like it's not beginner friendly. Like I really don't think it is unless I don't know. Like I say beginner friendly. Like the position I was in, like it just wasn't um, friendly to me because like I had no one, I had no team. It was me doing absolutely everything. So um, like it was good if you've got a team, so very like basic structure, and like you're able to like scale stuff, and you're not working so much in the business. Whereas I was working in the business, and to be fair, what I should have done is I should have done outreach. I should have really nailed my client acquisition. So that was a huge fucking L on my part. But also, I was like, maybe I feel that because of like the debt and stuff, and like maybe as well, I remember actually saying like I remember him saying that I should be doing client acquisition, and I remember I said I didn't want to because I didn't believe I could like provide a service, because the last thing I wanted was to sign a client and then just not being able to do like not being able to fulfill the service. Like I'd feel like a dickhead. Do you know what I mean? So because of that, I just didn't do client acquisition. So yeah, so the mentorship, like it wasn't what I expected, but it was good. But if I had stuff a bit more organised, if I wasn't a fucking idiot, then I would have got a lot more out of it. So yeah, like again on me. What's the did I show up fully? Did they? Absolutely, I did not show up fully. Like I wanted to believe that I did, but I did not show up fully. I think, in fact, no, I don't think I know. Like I know I was comfortable. I was like, oh, I've got this money I can like fall back on, and then obviously like I'm in Bali, Bali's cheap, yada yada. Like I'll be like fine. I was just I wasn't living my best life, but do you know what I mean? Like I wasn't in a rush. I definitely wasn't turning up. Like I was procrastinating. I wasn't working smart. Um, I think another thing as well is that ego. Like I kept saying for the longest time, I haven't got an ego. Like how can I have an ego? I'm fucking broke. But like people like just do this, and I just didn't want to copy it. I wanted it to be like my own way. Like he was like, just do this, and I was like overcomplicating everything. Like that's definitely one of my worst traits. Is like overcomplicate everything. Like you could tell me to like go to the shop and buy a bottle of milk, and I would make that the most complicated thing possible, or I'd just try and do it my own way and fuck up. So yeah. Did I learn anything that stuck? Yeah, so I did. So a lot of it's like organic content, and this is something I do want to touch on as well, is because after like going through this, like I was sort of like taking it as like gospel, and going through like the organic content route and like trying to make every single one of my creators like an influencer. Like that's just not possible, and that's sort of like what that does teach. And again, like it would work with the right type of creator, but not everyone is that right type of creator, because obviously like it relies on like the creator like being able to like think for themselves and sort of like teaching them, and them coming up with their own ideas and stuff. And unfortunately, the creators that I had at the time, like, they just weren't about that. Like I think I was just sending them huge documents on like I remember like sending them like content plans, and like it was like a 4-page like content plan, like do this, like hooks and like content psychology and stuff like that. They don't give a fuck about that. Like why would they? They're not making like the money. Like that was a huge fucking L on my part as well. I guess trying to be like more of like a coach and a manager when I should have just been like, do this, copy this, but do it in your style. That's what I should have done. And obviously, again, got confusing. I created leave. I did have a creator scam me out of 5k as well, which is unfortunate. She did do quite well. She was new, she did well, and then she just didn't pay, so that was also unfortunate. How did it feel to take the loan out? So again, like I say, I was hell bent that this was going to work. So when I took the loan out, I was, like I said, I believed like a 1 billion% that, like I would make the money back. The loan was obviously 5 years, and I believed I'd have it paid back in fucking 2 months. Like I was that sure of myself. And like emotionally, like I didn't really like care. Like I'm not really tied to money. Like I mean I am now because I'm fucking broke, but I don't know, like before, like I don't know, maybe it was like a dopamine hit for me, which again would obviously be another issue. But yeah, what experience did it teach me about business, trust, and myself? I'll tell you what it taught me about me. Fucking everything. The fact is that if there's an easy way, I will try and take it. The fact that I didn't put in the work, I did not put in the work. As much as I probably want to admit that I didn't. And if I did put in the work, it wasn't consistent. Again, consistency was obviously a big part of yesterday, which I spoke about. So, yeah, like I was not consistent. I did not turn up for myself. I fucking half-assed it, and I just thought because I had this program that I spent 10k on, that I would just get given the results. Fucking idiot. Was it a mistake? No, it was not a mistake. Would I do it again? Yes, but differently. Absolutely. If I could go back to 2 years ago, I would come to Bali the same. I would take the loan out again, and I would buy the mentorship again. But I would do everything so differently. I would, 1, I'd turn up. 2, I would actually start outsourcing things instead of trying to do everything and actually start trying to build a team. 3, I would have communicated better with my business partner, and definitely the creators. I would not have sent them 4-page documents on how to create content. Like what the fuck? Yeah, I would have done so much different. I also would have categorized the creators into teams, sort of like how much time and effort I put into them, so that I wasn't wasting hours and hours and hours on creators that just weren't gonna be at that next level. So yeah, I would have done it again, but I would do it differently. So that is, I mean, it's quite a long video, 20 minutes, but yeah, so day 2, 17th of July. So one thing I will say is something that the mentorship did teach me is I thought it was going to save me, and something I've learned as well over these I guess year and a bit, nearly 2 years, is no one's out to get you. Like no one's against you. Like the world's not against you, the universe isn't against you, but also no one's coming to save you. And I think that's sort of like what I was looking for. I was looking for someone to come and save me. I think even now, I think a little piece of me is like hoping that someone will come and save me. But yeah, the harsh reality is no one is coming to save me. Only I can save myself. And yeah, I think it's time for me to start being more selfish. start filling my own pockets, and then in turn I can start looking after the people that I obviously care about, which is what I said yesterday. It's like I want to help people, but I can't help people if I can't help myself. Also yesterday I said I was grateful for like where I am. I'm grateful to be in Bali, but I fucking hate where I live. Like I say, like just over 2 years ago I was living in a villa with some boys. Like obviously that was in the same industry that I'm in, and they was doing well and we was living good, and I was doing much better. I mean the villa was fucking gorgeous. And then they left, and I just fell back into like my old ways. And I guess yeah, I'm not grateful. I fucking hate where I am. I hate who I've become. That the person that I used to be when I was living in that villa, I was at the gym consistently, I was working consistently, like I was like networking, and then they left, and I just sort of like just fell into a fucking pit of just fucking arrogance and like I don't know, just I thought I spent 10 doing this, I was the fucking god, I don't know. But yeah, I'll tell you what I said. I'm not fucking grateful. I fucking hate where I am. I hate what I've become. I hate everything about me right now. I live in the fucking slums. Like, I can barely afford to pay rent every month. And everything's shit. But I deserve this, and only I can change it. So, yeah, I'll see you tomorrow.